at some point during our traipsing around, I discovered that my foot was very sore. The ball of my foot. The little boots that I packed are well worn, very comfortable boots. Should be fine. I did realise, however, that they're very comfortable soles. They're actually quite thin, and with all that walking on pavements, you know, after a while, your foot's not particularly well cushioned. Okay, I mean, I've walked heaps in these boots, but not on pavement for sort of like hours, like tourists do. So I bought a pair of Vans, which have got a much thicker sole and are really comfortable shoes, and definitely good ones for travelling. So I thought that was a pretty good buy. But as I kept walking along, I still had this sore foot. So anyway, get home, take off my shoes. There's a blister right on the ball of my foot. Great. And it's really sore to walk. So I'm online looking for how to look after blisters, you know, because, I mean, I bought old shoes, you know, so that I wouldn't get blisters, because I knew I was going to be doing a lot of walking. But I got one anyway. But I learned a whole heap about looking after blisters. And what I learned, which I've found really helpful, is wear 2 pairs of socks. Because what makes the blister is the rubbing, right? It's the friction, and friction is created by things that kind of cling. So I was wearing cotton socks, which are, you know, absorb the sweat, which is nice. But your feet get hot and wet. And with the cotton, there's too much grip, right? So that there's a lot of friction, and so you get a blister. However, if you wear 2 pairs of socks, the rubbing occurs between the socks rather than between your foot and the sock. And my online research also indicated all sorts of different things that could be of use, and one thing that I went into is tea tree oil. And it made me go, oh, you know, really tea tree oil is something, it's a great one for travelling with, because it's a antifungal as well as antibacterial. And I discovered also has the added benefit of being really good for drying out blisters. So yeah, so I got some tea tree oil, and I applied it diligently every 10 minutes or something for a while, for, I don't know, an hour or 2 in the evening. And when I got up in the morning, the blister was basically dried out. And this morning I'd say it's perfectly fine. I mean, you can still see that I had a blister there, but I don't anymore. But I do now have new shoes, and I'm going to be extremely careful not to get more blisters. The thing is, if you do get blisters, you want to know what to do about it. So, first of all, we got things like this, because that's pretty much all it was. And things like this are a little kind of flat thing, and they're basically designed to be slippery, to get rid of the friction. So I tried one of them, but it actually didn't help because I already had a blister, and they've got a kind of a circular pad that's just a little bit raised, but all it did was put more pressure onto my foot. It didn't really help. So what did help was this. Okay, it's a ball of foot pad, and it's self-adhesive, so it kind of sticks to your foot, which is really good. And it's for pain and pressure relief, and it was great. I could actually walk again. And they're pretty sticky, and I actually pulled this one off and walked without it yesterday, which actually wasn't a great idea because it sort of made it irritated again. And I'm sticking it back on today. And actually it seems to be okay, but we'll see. I also got some baby powder, which I stuck inside the undersock, which was a nylon sock. And then I put my cotton sock over the top, and it worked just fine. And when I get to Venice, which is like 32 degrees today, I won't be able to wear socks at all because I shall die from the heat. I hate having hot feet. So we'll see, see what happens then. I waved these around before and said I didn't find it particularly helpful on the blister on my ball of my feet, but they're really good to prevent blisters. So I got these and stuck them on my back and my foot.
And then spent 4 hours reorganizing them because you put them in the wrong spot.
Yeah, and that was after I got a pen and tried to work it out. Anyway, the thing is, they're like a second bit of skin. So if you're scared you're going to get blisters, or you got new shoes, or you're a little bit prone to blisters, then these are good for prevention. And you know, they might be fine over a blister on your heel. They just didn't really work on the ball of my foot. So for the sake of completeness in the blister story,
Are you going to demonstrate it?
I'm going to demonstrate how to pop a blister. The recommendation is not to pop it. However, when it's on the ball of your foot or somewhere where the pressure is too nasty, you really do need to pop it. So the important thing is not to rip the skin off the top, okay? And make sure your needle is clean. Now, of course, you did pack a small sewing kit with you on your travels. So
Because Mummy told you to.
yeah, so you do have a needle. You'd be surprised how handy needles and a little bit of thread are. So when you come to pop your blister, what you need to do is go in from the side. Best if you can actually like go underneath the skin on the side and then up into the blister, and then you just squeeze it out. Okay, so if you've got a lighter, you can heat the needle first to sterilize it, or use the tea tree oil and make sure that you've stuck that into tea tree oil so that you've got it, you know, it's not sterilized exactly, but it's going to be clean. And then rub over the blister with your tea tree oil, and that's basically it. Yeah, just don't go popping it in from the top.
You didn't actually demonstrate it, you just waved a needle around. You just got your needle out of your bag just to wave it around to the camera.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to pull my foot up around my head and pop a blister that's not a blister anymore. Besides, I've already covered it for today. So, no, you're going to have to imagine it. Yeah, but you don't have any blisters. I hope that helps you to know what to do if you get a blister.